Greetings. First video I've made in a while where I've actually appeared because I've been concentrating on the art spirit videos. So something interesting has happened, and what sort of brought my attention to this was the fact that I got 222 and 88% on the screen. And then the whole picture sort of unfolded in the mind. I refer to this convoy in Canada, said to be 50,000 trucks. And I don't doubt it, I'm not knocking it. Good luck to them. And may it set a sort of precedent, as it were, for other nations to do similar. But there's this nagging feeling. I don't want to paint a picture of doom and gloom, but there's this feeling. Suffice to say that I would be looking very carefully at... I've heard stories of demands of the resignation of, I think, is it Justin Trudeau? But I would say be very careful and watch the outcome of what's agreed to, what is agreed to but doesn't happen or is delayed, and also the ramifications of what will come after that. I mean, I could be saying, painting a real picture of doom and gloom and saying stock up with food, build yourself an off-grid bunker, or, you know. But, I mean, it could well be, and it's subsequently I have seen there's something about this. It's saying about President Trump will be 47th president. He's looking to go into another term of office, and we live in a reality that is subject to time. So you've only got to look at a clock, an old traditional clock we're talking here, not a digital thing, and you'll see it's got a pendulum, and of course the pendulum will swing both ways, a bit like a sort of an Inquisition torture method with the axe coming down and slowly cutting someone apart. Very pleasant, isn't it? Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if off the back of this convoy in Canada that we're going to see some rapid changes, and shall we say might not be favourable. Just trying to think of the channel name. Ken, I'll put a link in the description, because he's right, nobody is talking about this. This mass monster, this entity called the military industrial complex, and let's just say the outcome of what happens in Canada may actually appear to be very good, but the system will probably, it's the way it looks at the moment, I'm not saying it is, and I hope this is wrong, because I don't want to paint a picture of negativity at all, but we have to, in the external realm, have a look what's going on every now and again. So you may get a system version of an out-of-body experience. The sort of things that are going on, to which this convoy is all about, is standing against, and it's about your freedom to choose, or not something that's compulsory, shall we say. So you may get a system interpretation of an out-of-body experience coming off the back of this. So I'm not going to say what you should or shouldn't do, and whether you should prepare and put fear into your or make things seem hopeless. Far from it. What I will say, and this is from feeling, this is from personally witnessing it, this is from personally experiencing it. And I'm talking about that essence, that power that is in each and every one of you. So am I stocking up on food? No. Am I building some retreat with some sort of safe bolt hole? No. I'm just going to carry on being me. And I think that is your best defence. Just carry on regardless. It is a case of where the energy goes, where the attention goes, the energy flows. So whilst it's being aware of it, this yin and yang, that fine line between the white and the black. It's walking that very fine line between the two and seeing both sides. But I was going to say, my money is on, but that's just one of these awful materialist terms. But for what it's worth, I would put all my trust, not in science, but trust in the spiritual process to get through this. You've all got this power within you. Whether you believe in it, whether you trust in it, whether you can find it in yourself, well, that's down to you. But it is there. And I think I feel that is the way that is going to get you through no matter what is presented. After all, the world is a stage. It is a series of stages, of staged events, mixture of realism, and like any film, there'll be special effects to make things appear believable, shall we say, when they're not. So just the thoughts on it, but as things stand, cheer on the truckers in Canada. It's at least a step in the right direction. It is awareness at some level, and the tide is turning. You're seeing the actions of various governments, various institutions, whether they've locked the doors and told you to go away, or whether they're demanding you do this or that. Their actions speak louder. And I think more and more people are starting to see that governments are not on their side. They are not trustworthy. They are self-serving. And they have recruited a certain useful idiot level that is lured by money and material wealth, and will do and say anything to be in that position and hold that position as a politician or whatever, or even various professions, shall we say. And they have vested interests in certain things, so they will say one thing, but all the time they're sitting on a board of directors. Dr. Hilary Jones comes to mind. Right, so hopefully it's not all doom and gloom, and but it is to be found, that inner strength, and lovely sign today, sunshine and blue skies. So that's enough for me, and I wish you all well. What are we up to here? 9 minutes? Yeah, that's pretty long enough. Just something I think to be aware of. And on a final note, this is something else that's been missed. The chessboard is 8 by 8, so you've got 64 squares. Well, would you believe there's a little neutral nation right beside Switzerland called Liechtenstein. It is a centre for arts and culture, whatever the system version of that means, and whatever the Wikipedia entry means on that one. And would you believe it's 64 square miles? Now, is that a coincidence? And when you see also that Liechtenstein means bright stone, I think the eyes of the world to be looking, yes, at Switzerland, but at this little unknown country called Liechtenstein. It's funny, you've got these little countries like Monaco and Luxembourg, sort of very wealthy countries, and yet they don't seem to do anything, never seem to make the news. Make of it what you will. But, yeah, Liechtenstein might be worth a little investigation and see what goes on there. What's been masked out and edited out on a Google Earth map, for example. I'll leave that there anyway, and I shall say ta-ta for now, and hope you're all having a wonderful 2022, and remember we've got the 22nd of February 22, so you've got 22/2/22 coming up. Could be interesting. Optimism, faith and hope, you know, and self-belief, trust in self, finding that inner strength. That's what will get you through this. Anyway, ta-ta for now, and love to you all.